with that, the first round is over. Now, I'm going to be keeping track of some of my predictions. Last time we had a video, I went 6-2. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Now, the two I got wrong were the Clippers. Never picking them again. I pick them every time. So I have so much, you look at the roster every time, so much hope. When they had PG, they were tough. They were tough, but they never could get it together, never be fully healthy. Never, something always goes wrong with the Clippers, so I'm done. I'm done with y'all. I'm done. Well, you know, they lost in 7. I was confident going into that game 7. I was like, oh, they could have a chance. But they blew the bag. It was never close. Game was over from the start. It was over from the start. And then the other one I got wrong was the Lakers. Not even close. They said Lakers in 5. I guess they meant Lakers are going to lose in 5 because they were chopped so good. That last game, Rudy Gobert was looking like prime Shaq. How do you make him look like that? Come on. What are we thinking? But, you know, the rest of them I got right. The Warriors had me sweating good. They had me sweating nice and good. That last game, Buddy Hield. Somebody got to up his pay or something. Because, you know, as Warriors fans, we was definitely dogging on you. And I'm sorry. I didn't know you were going to save our team like this. Because Curry, first half, was non-existent. But I knew he was going to cook in the second half. But, you know, it shouldn't even got to that point of a game 7. But we ain't going to talk about that, though. You know, some other things I like to talk about is the Bucks. They never stood a chance, really. They never did. Even with Dame, the couple games that he played, never stood a chance. The Bucks have just never been able to put this together. This team is not working. Can't lie. Now Dame is injured at Achilles. It might be wraps for him. It just might be. You know, we gonna talk about the Pacers later. But, you know, Magic, I feel like they're just like one piece away. They need a book. They need somebody that can shoot. Wagner and Banchero, they're not providing that shooting. They're not. So they need somebody that can shoot to join their team. The Heat, consolation prize getting up in the playoffs. Like, the East is weak. It's weak. They didn't even have Garland for a couple games, and y'all still getting cooked, bro. Y'all still getting cooked. The Rockets, if they add like a KD, they might be dangerous. They might be dangerous. But, you know, getting into the picks of the second round. All right, we'll start with the Celtics and Knicks. This game's going on right now as I'm recording this. You know, I couldn't cook all the games I wanted to because, you know, the game 7 yesterday, I cooked it, but, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is, but that's not going to change my picks at all. Because, you know, we're going with the Celtics all the way. This team is just too good top to bottom. They easily cleared the Magic, gave them a little game. They're like, we feel bad for you. Give them a game. They're feeling good. Most of the time, you could look at most of the Celtics-Knicks matchups, and the Celtics are winning most of the time. The Knicks this season have not been able to prove themselves against good teams. Not at all. So I don't believe in them here. Not at all. I'm sorry. I'm going to say Celtics in 6. Brunson, you seen what he did on that last shot against the Pistons. He's tough. But, you know, sometimes Towns is inconsistent a little bit. And besides those two, who really is a reliable second option? Josh Hart, like OG Anunoby? I don't think so. So the Celtics have too many options. Way too many options. If Tatum's not cooking, Brown might be cooking. Pritchard might be cooking. White, Holiday, Porzingis, come on. They easily clearing the Knicks. Next, we got the Cavs and the Pacers. Now, this is where I talk about the Pacers, right? The Pacers, their defense against the Bucks last round was tremendous. Like, you could just see how much depth they have on their team. I underrated them coming into the season, for sure. They top from bottom. Andrew Nembhard, he's underrated he can light it up. He definitely can. And originally, I was thinking like the Cavs, they're gonna win this. But now that I'm thinking about it, like, the Cavs are still without Garland right now. They need him. Pretty bad. But I'm gonna still I'm gonna still give it to the Cavs. I'm gonna still give it to them in like 7. It's gonna be a good series for sure. But you know, as long as they can get one game without Garland, they'll be good. They'll be good. But the Pacers are definitely gonna not make it easy. No shot. It's not gonna be an easy series whatsoever. The next one we got the Warriors and the Timberwolves. This series is gonna be elite. Elite. You feel me? The Ant, he took down LeBron. He's taking down KD. He took down Shea. Like, this might be scary, bro. It might be scary. Because the Warriors were struggling with that 2 big lineup on the Rockets, bro. We made Steven Adams look like Dwight Howard. Like, it was bad. It was so bad. So if the Timberwolves are smart, they'll go with Naz Reid and Gobert for most of the game, and they will cook. They will cook good. But if they're dumb, they will not go with the double big lineup. And if they don't do that, good luck. Because now that, you know, Buddy Hield is getting into a rhythm, you know, you get Curry, Butler into a rhythm. Draymond's should have been Defensive Player of the Year. Come on. Come on. Warriors in 6. Come on. I may be a homer with this one. But you feel me? I feel like Ant, we usually beat the Timberwolves. I'm not gonna hold you. We usually beat them. So I don't think it's gonna be any different here. We were beating them. We were beating them before we got Butler this season. And y'all know how horrible we were when we had Wiggins. Pre-Butler trade. It was bad. It was bad. It was unwatchable, actually. Finally, we got the Nuggets and the Thunder. MVP versus MVP candidate. This will determine who's the MVP. Probably not, but, you know, in my eyes, it would. Shea, that's my guy. That's my guy. And this Thunder team is just so much depth. You know, you got suckers like Holmgren, J-Dub, Wiggins. Like, this team has a lot of depth that the Nuggets do not have. Do not have at all. And I seen what their coach said coming into this series. The Nuggets coach, he seems scared. He seems scared. And you feel me? I feel like if Murray's having an off game, yeah, Jokic isn't cooking, then that's low-key raps. Just come on. I'm gonna say Thunder in 5. In 5. In mother loving 5, bro. I just don't. The Nuggets took too many games to beat the Clippers, bro. They're just letting Kawhi get back to his prime. Nah, and the Thunder have had plenty of rest. They're a young team. That's raps for you, buddy. That's raps. Those are my predictions. Leave a comment if you think I'm wrong, which I'm not. Okay, I'm wrong. But you're free to, you know, yap about it, be about it, dream about it. You know, we're gonna be back with another video soon. Peace.